Hey, what's up, guys? Eddie here. Just wanted to get into some of those Power Ranger movie impressions that I was talking about before. I went and seen it a few days ago, last week, and I kind of wanted to talk about that while also playing one of, I'm going to say the best version of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game, which is the one right on the GameGear. So we're going to jump right in here. Boom! It's not bad. So this is very similar to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game that they also released. Just kind of like slightly better graphics, a little bit better sound. So it kind of starts as this. It kind of feels like a fighting game. So every ranger, we'll jump into it here. Capture the Power Rangers and bring them to my dimension of doom, is what he says every single time, by the way. So you kind of go through. It kind of plays more like an episode, which I think is cool. So you got Beamcaster here. We're gonna grab. I almost said Zach. Sorry, we're gonna do Adam here, which is cool. You get to pick your different ranger. Now, you do like a quick fight with the monster, and then you have your Zord fight. You fight with the putties and stuff, which is really cool. Now, this obviously GameGear is only it's a 2-button system, right? So you have punch, you have kick, and then if you hit them both together, you do a special move. For his, it's a double kick, or if you jump, it's a dive attack, right? They all kind of have that. Now, if you do down forward punch or down forward kick, they will also do they'll do a move. So that's my down forward kick. It's like a crazy combo. Bam. Yeah, it's cool. I like that they call the putties in. I think that's awesome. That's my down forward punch. You also have a dash. You can dash and do a punch, dash, do a kick, dash and do both. And that's everything. That's how you do the Zords. That's how you do every fight. Now, in the top left corner, you see my... oh, jeez. Let me try and pull this off. You see my... there we go. Boom! The lightning bolt powers up. And then when you do that, if you do down, forward, double, like punch and kick, you'll do a special move. So that's awesome. Because it keeps everything simple and just kind of keeps the fight like really frantic and silly. I don't know. It's cool. Like here I am fighting in Angel Grove, and you fight these putties, you get a little bit of health back, and you go back to fighting the boss, and you go fighting Zords. It's awesome. I am playing with a 360 controller to get this recorded well. That's why if I mess up inputs a lot, that's why this D-pad is butts. Especially because I'm using this Afterglow Beast. So, ugh. Take this Beamcaster. So, first off, let me just say, the new movie was actually pretty good, I thought. I'm trying to do this move, and it's not. There we go. Well, that wasn't the one, but that's okay. It's different, definitely. It goes for kind of a more... This sounds really dumb to say, especially because the movie is still pretty cheeseball. But it goes for a more realistic take. It opens up strong, I think. One of the best things I think about the movie is that they make the actual struggle between Zordon and Rita pretty legit. So it kind of opens up with... Sorry, I was reading that. It opens up with kind of things going to crap back in the Cretaceous period. And all the Rangers are kind of like dead. And Zordon is the Red Ranger, and he hides all the power coins, and has Alpha 5 eventually give those to teenagers with attitude. Not necessarily, but so like the difference in this one is that they do not have Alpha 5's not looking for people. They happen upon them, like you kind of see in the trailer. And that kind of becomes like, oh, hey, they're the chosen ones. We're waiting for you to find these power core coins. And, but you spend so much of this movie. Like, you get into the show, the original show. And within the first 20 minutes, you're established. They got Zords and everything coming out almost right away. I will say that this movie, while I think is great, it's pretty good. The amount of actual Power Rangering is pretty small. Like, they don't... Like, you think they're going to morph, like, maybe halfway through. just because of they get to the command center and they do all this stuff and they try to morph, but they can't tap into the morphing grid, which, by the way, I think it's great that the new movie tries to utilize a lot of that stuff in a more legitimate way, like talking about the morphing grid and just how the power coins and stuff work and all this kind of stuff. And so you don't see them kind of morph into their suits almost until like the end of the movie. And then the Zord fights, I think it's great because like when they fight in the Zords, you actually get way more of them as like single Zords. You see the Saber-tooth Tiger doing some awesome stuff. You see, even though the Mastodon's weird because he has like 6 legs, they all have like weaponry. Like, they all had. I know people probably think it's weird they have like all these guns mounted on them, but they had that kind of weaponry in the show, like the original show. Like he had a gun blasting out of his mouth, and the pterodactyl had guns. But I will say, Kimberly, by the way, is the best. She jumps in there and she is like a strong ranger, making all sorts of plans on the fly and doing all sorts of great stuff here. So I think one of the strongest things about about this movie is something that the original show doesn't really capture, and I think that's like the bond that they create with each other. Like they're just kind of all buddies and they're goody two-shoe students or whatever, and because they're rangers, they're pals. But I think like in this, like they don't all start out as friends, and they all don't start off as people who like each other either. And can I do it? Yeah, Saban shot. So the kind of bond that they create through these teens is awesome. And you see in the trailer they don't have I gotta stop doing that move. I gotta do this move. Not that move, but this move. Damn it, there we go. I just like doing the moves because they're cool. I'm getting beat up by putties, though I need to stop. Alright, so anyway, in the trailer you kind of see, Jason's a bad boy, and he's into bad things, and they're kind of more, like, I hate to say, like, they're more like teens with attitude, because they have, like, real stuff going on, but that's kind of true. Like, they're more less goody two-shoe kids, and they're more teenagers that are good kids that made some mistakes and did some bad things. And with that comes like growth in that character, and I think that's really cool. You don't see them really growing as much, because I mean, the old Power Ranger show is built to be like a kid's like morality show, right? Like they're there to teach you cool life lessons and really help you learn that kind of stuff, and like, oh, you should be nice to each other. Oh, it doesn't matter who's the leader of the team, so long as you're buds and you help each other and stuff like that, right? Oh, that freezes him. I forgot. So in this one, it's like you get all these different things that these characters do together, and they really grow as characters, and I think they do some really strong stuff with that. Especially, so like, you may have heard on the news, right, that, Trini's gay. That's a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. And I'm not saying it's not. But I think the fact that Billy is autistic and is such a strong ranger in that entire movie is incredibly important, and I think more impactful than the fact that someone's gay. Like, that doesn't affect anything about what happens in the movie or their character, but like someone being pretty high on the spectrum and then also being able to like morph first and be strong and still understand to do what's right is really cool to me. So yeah, Billy's awesome in the movie. I would say that all the characters are pretty great, and they all have, like, even though they have bad things that they have done, they all have good things that they're trying to maintain, and I think that stuff's really cool. What else to say about it that without getting too crazy? But the Goldar thing is a little disappointing because he's not like this Goldar I'm fighting now, which is an awesome, cool knight dude. But the stuff that they do for Rita is awesome because, not to get too crazy, but like Zordon and Rita are not like people. and she can still tap into the morphing grid because she has the Green Ranger coin. And she's awesome. Elizabeth Banks does, I think, a really cool job with that. You know, she keeps the cheese in there, and they say things like "make my monster grow" and stuff like that. So that stuff's awesome. Let's see here. Who do we want to do? Let's do. I said Jason. See, Jason's my guy. I'm sorry. Let's do Rocky. Yeah, so Rita Repulsa, right? So obviously she's different than normal Rita. She's not on the moon being a weirdo, although maybe they hint some stuff at the end of the movie there. But I think like they do a good job of kind of setting the stakes. Like the stakes are high. She's not just out there to annoy the Power Rangers and take over Angel Grove and all that kind of stuff. Like her plans of getting more power and tapping into more of what the Rangers could use. She's an ex-Ranger that wasn't there to do good. She realized the power she could take and was going to take it. And that's awesome. Come on, putties. Oh, they're jumping out of the cave now. Yarg. Goldar's gonna get you tonight. Those old songs, they're so funny. Oh, he shoots a beam out of his sword. That's cool. Anyway, so I thought Rita was really cool. I thought the stakes, like the reason why everything is happening is pretty legit. The fact that they all kind of get recognized as heroes later in the movie is awesome. So it kind of plays in a lot of the things that were in the show. Like, you know, they had the whole Power Ranger Day or whatever in in the show where they showed up and was like, do good, people. And they went on that talk show and everything that you're seeing in all the adverts now for Toyota or Ford or whatever it is. But they just legitimize so much, I think, in that movie, and I think the character growth that these teens have is great, and I think, you know, yes, I would love to see. Oh, Goldar showed up too. Dang it. Yes, I would love to see more of like the kind of kaiju monster battle stuff. That'd be awesome, right? Because that's Power Rangers. But so far, we're at a really good start, and I think if they do another movie. They've set themselves up with some pretty cool things to like reminisce about. Because, like I said, with Rita and the Moon, we might have something there. They also kind of have a mid-credits scene that is pretty awesome. It doesn't do much, but it's. Look, I'm getting super spoily already. Look, they're gonna talk about Tommy Oliver, right? That's it. That's all it is. But it's cool. I'll just tag this as like, hey, I'm talking spoilers here because I just want to talk about the movie. Let's see, and I've already said enough spoiler stuff at this point anyway. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, Zordon's kind of a dick. He's not the nicest dude, and he's not doesn't necessarily trust the people that they've chosen, with these teenagers and all this kind of stuff, to be the ones to stop Rita and all this kind of stuff. And he has an ulterior motive, which I won't get into. But he has an ulterior motive as to why he wants everyone to morph and do all this stuff that comes out of that. But eventually you realize that he realizes these kids they're going to be the ones. But also, you see that Zordon was also a flawed leader, and they make a point of that. And that to me is really awesome, because it shows that like he's not a perfect being that could do no bad, I guess. And they do some stuff with Zordon as a character I think is pretty impactful for that series as a whole. Oh man, all right, come on, Jaws of Destruction, get out of here. I don't even remember you. That's pretty bad, right? Yeah, I don't know. Power Rangers movie, man. It was good. And you know, if you're listening to this from the Muskegon area, just remember Taco Tuesdays at the cinema. You can go watch it for $5. That's what I did, and I was not disappointed. They do use the theme song for a brief moment. You know that they can't. Oh boy, I should stop trying to do power moves and just do this fight. Oh no! Oh snap! Come on, do the move. Nah. Oh well. Boom, boom. Yeah, so obviously the movie's called Saban's Power Rangers, not Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So they do the theme song, which sounds pretty rad. You know, some of the music cues are not the best in this movie, but they're cool to hear. But they do the Power Rangers theme. Oh snap! Morphological being known as Ivan Ooze ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror. Oh boy. His story's so weird, right? So he rids the entire planet of their adult populations and brainwashes the young to follow his evil path. But then when he comes to Angel Grove, he uses the adults to do that, brainwashes them. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so they use the Power Rangers song. It sounds super great. It's Go Go Power Rangers, Go Go Power Rangers, you poof. And something else happens, so you don't hear Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I had a good chuckle out of that. Man, compared to like what they did with this Power Rangers movie, that's so much better. Ooh man, let's focus a little bit. Let's fight these ooze men with Kimberly. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Woo! Ooh, I always like too when they get the helmets and stuff right. Those are always great. Oh, her specials are weird. So that little kick up I did, all of hers required to be way too close, I think, except for her I guess her bow shot. Her normal little like both button, that thing's all right because it's multiple hits, but hiya. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to really say about it. That's, you know, without getting crazy in depth with it. But I enjoyed what it was, and I enjoyed where they could possibly go with it, and I hope they do more. Yeah, the Megazord, I wish looked better. You know, I'm a huge fan of the kind of original Zord. I think he looks great. You know, I think they should have stuck closer to that design. I don't hate the new design, but it just doesn't. I don't know. You don't get a full-on coming together moment with the Zords that really explains how they hook up, and that's always a bummer to me because I think one of the coolest things about how they made the old toys and how they constructed all the ideas is like you could see that feasibly working. Although in this Zord, just like the toy, or in this Megazord, I should say, they do all control one specific part. They don't go into like a command hub, which, you know, looks better when they're all together. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. So like, you know, in the old ones, they would all, like, once they combined, they would all kind of come up and go into each other's Zords, and, you know, they don't need to explain that. I'm okay with it just being a thing, right? Because I think it's great when they're all in that little command hub together doing the thing. In this one, they're all still commanding from their Zords, each individual body part, which makes more logical sense, but it's just not as cool. I can't do her special move. Come on. Come on! That's not it! Doesn't matter. So, like, one person controls one leg, one person controls one hand, and stuff like that. So I'm wondering what Jason controls since he's the body. Like, you can't really do much there. Just puffs the chest, I guess. That would make sense. He's a big football jock. Yeah. Oh, yeah, go see the, if you like Power Rangers, I really don't think you'd be that disappointed, to be honest. Like, it was pretty well done. Oh, right, shoot. I was about to take a drink of my lemonade. Forgot we're still fighting Oozman. Yeah, I like this game, though, these ones, because they kind of keep up the intensity of how, like, the fights in the shows and stuff go. Like, you fight your little piddly guys, and it's an interesting fight. It should take some toll out of you, right? And then they throw in, like, Goldar, I think, pops up here even as well. But they do right by kind of, like, the base stuff, which I like. Come on. I just want to do it once. I'm never going to pull off her move for some reason. For some reason, hers won't work for me. Yeah, and you can see these guys have way more health. Because they're better than putties. You know, they're no Tanga warriors, I guess, right? But, golly. Tango Warriors. They were supposed to be like this terrifying thing in the show, and they just didn't really pull that off, because after a while they just became a big freaking joke too. Oh, come on. There it is, and I missed it. Oh. Because it also, like, if you nail that and you hit a putty or an Oozman with it, she does kip up at the end and do that. She basically combines into that little flip I just did. And if you haven't played these games before, like, the movement on this is really, like, fast-paced fighting game style stuff, but really simple. And that makes it just kind of fun. Ah, come on. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. It's not a kip up. It's almost a Hurn Karana, almost. Not quite. Wrestling's cool. Whatever. Ugh. Come on. Yeah, I'm hoping that in the next movie, because I just imagine they'll do a second Power Rangers movie. I think this one's going to do well enough. I hope that they just do evil Green Ranger stuff, because I think they could probably do that. I mean, technically they kind of did in this one, right? But I think an actual Ranger would be really cool. But we'll see, because like I said earlier, Rita is an evil Green Ranger, and she like the armor that they get, like their power suits that they morph into, are kind of like this organic armor type thing that morphs over them. And it does look better in the movie, but I still wish it was a little more simple. Oh! Oh, Ivan Ooze! But she kind of makes that, like the green armor that you see in the trailers is actually kind of like her morphing into that green armor. Oh snap, Zordon be dead. Having been released from the chamber, Ivan wastes no time and starts attacking the command center, damaging Zordon and Alpha 5. Alpha tells them of a power that will save Zordon and sends the Rangers to the planet Phaedos. Meanwhile, Ivan has brainwashed and used the adults of Angel Grove to dig up his morphological monsters, which are really hard in this game, by the way. If I don't beat them, I'm sorry. Ooh, but man, there you go, Dulcia. She's the one that all little boys thought was super hot. She probably still is. I haven't seen the movie in a while. She teaches them the power of Ninjetti, and we use all that really stupidly in the show with the power of Ninjor, which I think is really kind of lame. Mainly, I just think Ninjor is lame. And maybe the song that they play when they're Ninja Warriors, because it's like a little ridiculous, but... Alright, now we gotta fight Ivan's Ectomorphicons, because they are destroying the city! Man, if you ever go back and look at the CG of this movie, it is bad. So let's fight the Hornytron. Okay, that's the Hornytron, whatever. Let's do it. The movie suits in that one, not bad. They kind of blended, you know, got out of the spandex or whatever, and still made, like, a cooler look to those. Those aren't bad, alright? I'm also just a fan of the helmet still, like, to this day. It's still great. I don't even care. I think, okay, this Zord is cooler, but I have trouble making it play as good as the other one, like, because I used to, so every freaking thing that you've done from this moment, I'm getting destroyed, everything that we've done from this moment, in this game, when you jump and do double fists, or double buttons, you fly downward. This doesn't do that. And it drives me nuts, because I do that move so often when fighting through the rest of the entire game, that, like, you have to change how you play almost right away. Oh, he blocked it? Get out of here. Yeah, there we go. Let's get back in this fight. Let's cheese it. That's cool. Yeah! No! Oh, we only got a couple fights left, too, so we gotta win this one. We've been doing all right so far. Ugh! Come on! No! 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 Get out of it! We don't want to have to fight the Hornetron again! Dang it. Dang it. Yes, we're going to continue. Let's do it. Oh. Yeah, these, like, compared to everything else so far, these don't mess around. It's almost like they're testing your ability to play on, like, a super hard difficulty or something, because they are way harder than everything else. Maybe it's because they're way more aggressive than everything else. I don't know. Maybe it's because I got a wolf for a hand. Dang it. Or an ape for a hand, for one. Ugh. Dang it. That beam drives me nuts, too. Because it, like, you can't tell where it's going. Invincibility flames are killing me, too. Come on, do the move. Oh! Come on. That would have been good if I was, like, close enough to actually hit him. Oh, come on. I feel like he might have more moves, but I could be making that up. Not my Zord, but the Hornetron. Oh, I wish I could air block. I wish that also dashed forward first. I always do that little fist one and forget, like, you need to be right up on that guy. Come on. No, no, no. Come on. Do the move. No. Gosh. I'm terrible. Can I blame my controller? Can I do that? Alright, let's just do this. Let's win. First blood! Dang it. It's that little grab thing. That one drives me nuts. Ugh. Alright, let's not get fancy then. Let's just get in there and just throw punches. Oh, that kick is driving me nuts. Come on. Dang it, I'm doing worse now. Come on. Ugh, that's cool, I like that. Ugh. Yes! Nail it! No! Falcon Zord! That stupid grab. No, no, no! Come on, come on. I'm sorry, I like stopped talking about everything just to stop fighting this Hornetron. See? Ah, come on! I hate that shot. I've only got one more fight after this, and I'm probably gonna not win, and that's terrible. See, my shot sucks compared to his. Ivan Ooze. Well, I guess it's not Ivan Ooze yet, it's just the Hornetron. He just has two Zords running around rampaging Angel Grove City. Not far enough. Yeah, just keep punching. There we go. Yes! Now we're doing it. Now we're doing, like, way better. What happened? Just jam on the punch button like crazy. Eat There we go. Alright, now Ivan flies up and becomes the Ivan Ectomorphicon combination, whatever. I forget what it was called, though. Oh, the Ivan Ectomorphicon. This is it. Well, it's half of the final fight. That thing is kind of cool looking. I don't even care. He's cheap. I don't like him. Oh, I wish I could be the Ivan Ectomorphicon. He's like way cooler fighting. Dang it. I keep throwing myself in a corner. Wish I was Baby. And no one would put me there. Not even myself. Come on. I hate when they block that. It makes me so mad. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm dead. I lost. If I win from here, that'd be awesome, though. That'd be the comeback of the century. No, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Sorry. We can do this. We can do it. Man. Even like as a kid when I played this a lot, I still think that this end fight is the worst. Because it's so cheap. Like, he's doing so many moves. And he does them so much faster than you can pull them off. For, like, yourself. Ugh. Maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. But I'm just saying. Holy guacamole. Like, you don't even land and he's already throwing you into a grab. That's how annoying this can be. Okay. No, do the move. Do that one. Ah. Okay. It's like you gotta try and do it when they're stunned, otherwise it's never gonna work. Okay. We at least got to the final stage of this. Where we get to kick him in the balls into the Halley's Comet or whatever. We gotta do it here. Dang it! He's doing everything I'm trying to do to him. Oh, we got like super jumps now because we're on the moon. You think Rita's just hanging out here? Probably not. But she was in the movie though. Oh my goodness. I am just not doing anything. Oh, that stupid disc. Every move that I do leaves me so wide open. Like, I might as well not even do moves. Unless it's the sword. The sword's alright. Oh! No! I wish I didn't jump. I was trying to dash. I hope I don't have to do the whole fight over again either. Ivan! Oh, okay, good. Off to a good start. It's like the last time I played a Power Rangers game, I got to the end and just, like, for some reason couldn't handle it. Okay, now, see, look at this. Now we're just wrecking. Apparently the trick to the Ninja Zord is don't do any of its stupid moves, because all they do is screw you up. Just do the sword move, and that's it. And that one, if you can nail it, look at that! Look at that! Way better! Never! Who remembers this cool part in the movie? Getting beat up so bad and you're like, you know what? No. Kick you right in the nuts. Right into a comet. It's one way to do it, right? And that's it right there. Power Rangers? Sorry, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie on Sega GameGear. Really good, so... Thanks to the Power Rangers, Angel Grove has, and the world, has been spared from the terror known as Ivan Ooze. It's a good feeling. I'm like afraid, I think I gotta press A. The power is on! Is that a thing we said in the movie or something? Alright, well that'll do it, guys. Yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie on Game Gear, both very much the same game, but really fun. Power Rangers, the movie, Saban's Power Rangers, really good movie. If you're a fan of Power Rangers, of course, it's a decent movie overall. You should check it out. It's still in theaters, at least around here. Like I said, you can go on Tuesdays and get it for $5 and go check it out for a pretty low cost and just have a good time. And I think if they do a sequel, it's going to be pretty awesome. So that's it for us here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next level. If I don't beat them, I'm sorry. Ooh, man, there you go, Dulcia.